We are waiting for our next guest, arriving any minute now.
Hey,
Hello.
ciao Sam.
Oh.
De deur niet open, de klap niet flikkert. Kritieke mechanisme. Slinger.
Alright, this is gonna be our attempt to get this very, very heavy wood stove out of the van and into the house. I'm gonna centimeters to verder. Ja. So this is absolutely the heaviest thing I think that we carried into the house. We had the piano before obviously, which was pretty heavy and pretty inconvenient and big. This one obviously is a bit smaller, but is way heavier. We managed to get it here though, so that is good start. Cleaned it all, brushed the rust off, prepared all the hinges and everything, and now I'm spray painting it to give it a new fresh coat of paint before it goes into the kitchen. Luckily the temperature is amazing, the weather is getting better and I can't wait to work in the garden. But as you know, I'm focusing on the kitchen because I really want to get this thing finished. So if all goes well, finally this winter we will have heating in the villa, at least the lower floor that is. Because I think if I heat up the kitchen and there's no doors to the other rooms, probably I can heat this whole floor. At first I wanted to have a masonry heater, so that is basically a wood stove with a lot of thermal mass, so if you heat up the whole thing, You heat it up very quickly and then it radiates slowly throughout the house the rest of the day. They are expensive though, so that is one of the reasons I didn't get one. I wanted to build one, but it takes time. So I opted for this option, which is still pretty decent, I think. It looks pretty great. And hopefully it provides enough heat.
Ik sta hier, ja.
Oké, hoe doe ik nou?
Ik til hem op.
Godverdomme. Oké, ja, een stukje verder dan maar, als ik toch bezig ben. Stop.
Ja.
Ja.
Peanut schot erop.
Oké.
So this actually went quite smoothly, although the thing is very heavy. We got the hang of it with this whole support beam carrying situation here. Now, one of the hardest things actually was, while designing this kitchen, I obviously had to search for a second-hand wood stove like this that fits within the style and has enough capacity, and how to design it in such a way that the style matches the rest of the kitchen, because the rest of the kitchen is pretty modern, pretty sleek, let's say. It has to be something that fits in the rest of the aesthetic style that I have. And I think in the end, I'm quite happy with it. As these things go, some of the design you change on the fly based on what you have and need to work with. So what we decided to do is use these marble plates that we found in the garden to use as a support for the pillars of the wood stove. And then there are some side projects that I honestly doubt whether which or not I should share with you, but this one made me very happy. I've been working on this dishwasher for quite some time, and we finally found like a little switch, a little electronic component that was making a fault, and now the whole dishwasher is fixed. One little piece of like 5 or 10 cents fixes the whole thing. And you know, that's what this project is about as well. Being inventive with the materials and things that you have, trying to fix as much stuff as possible, because it's just a waste to throw it away. So we basically got a brand new dishwasher right now, which is very nice, and we are continuing with finishing the concrete countertop and everything around it.
Vijf, 4, 3, go!
So one of the requirements that I had for this concrete countertop is that I wanted the seal to be as natural as possible. Because some sealants, almost all of them, you have to renew every few months or every year, which means that they basically rub off, and that means that whatever you put on them is either sort of absorbing or at least is touching whatever comes off of your countertop, which I don't want to eat. So I wanted the coating to be as natural as possible. For concrete it was pretty difficult, I guess maybe because it's so porous. Anyways, it was difficult to find something, but then I found some guys that did it with tung oil. So I decided to give that a shot. Didn't expect it to be this dark, but we got a cool pattern out of this concrete countertop. We needed to apply about 4 layers. We're gonna see if we're gonna get that with the oil that we have. But I'm very pleasantly surprised by the color and pattern that we have with this color, this oil applied. So what we're gonna do is apply the first layer. I think we're gonna get like 4 layers out of it. I've got a liter of oil. I think 4 layers we're gonna get. What we're gonna do is apply it, then wait for an hour, and then see if there's still wet pieces. Then we're gonna wipe that off, let it dry for 24 hours, and then tomorrow apply another coat. So I guess in about a week or something we'll be done with this countertop. And again, the idea behind using like a tung oil for this concrete is that we have a natural sealant instead of like epoxy or something, in which some of you just suggested, which is a good idea. It's just very expensive, and it's not really food safe, is it? I don't know. I'm not really sure, but I do know it's expensive. So this is a natural oil that is food safe and also seals the concrete. So.
Net. Misschien.
So I'm sure you remember the time I got stung in the face by a lot of bees. I needed to wait just a little bit, but tonight I went back and got the family to add to the rest of the bees here. I also bought some old beehives that need just a little bit of love and care, I think. And then they are as good as new. They are the bigger ones, so they use 12 frames instead of 10, but I'm sure that will be fine. Problem now is that I've got an extra side project on my hands and I need some place to store them. So, but first we're gonna do something that I have never done before. Luckily, the newbies are doing just great, and today we're putting on our first honey super. So that is what you see me working with right here. And basically what this means, what this thing does, is this is the place where the bees put all the honey. So that is the honey that we can take for harvesting. Whether I want or will do that is a story for another time. But for now, this is the conventional way of keeping bees. So as you've noticed, we got a friend amongst us that is helping us for a few days. His name is Han, and he's being a long-time viewer, so you probably see this as well. Hi Han. Thank you so much for joining us and helping us out for a day. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Bye for me.
Good. Ja, dat kan ik wel leuk doen.
So as these things go, there are a million things that you want and like to do, and the most efficient thing to do is while we are moving all the hives, we're just giving them a little brush, we're cleaning them, we're sanding them, we're making sure they're complete, and then we can store them for later use. In the meantime, things continue in the kitchen and we are making great progress to finishing this kitchen soon, I hope. So for now, the focus is on the minor details and the walls, finishing all those things that I wanted to finish before putting the wood stove in. And once we do that, I think you'll see that the kitchen is coming along quite nicely. I wanted to take 1 second to thank you all because we just hit 60,000 subscribers, which to me is insane. I am absolutely with my head in the clouds that so many people love to watch this little adventure here and that I get to share this with all of you. It made me think of all the people that have supported me by watching my videos, commenting on it. I mean, you're such an amazing community and I want to thank you all. There's also the people that support me financially, which I want to say thank you to because you really make this project a reality, and I wanted to change up something in order to emphasize how grateful I am. Some viewers reached out and mentioned that they wanted to support the project and didn't know how to. Especially for those people, I set up a Patreon page, which is a platform that allows you to support this project financially on a monthly basis, and a link will be on the screen right now, which explains what I will do if you support the project financially. I will make a plaque with your name on it and it will go on the central staircase of this villa to display your name for as long as I live here. In addition to making plaques for the people that support me on Patreon and on YouTube, I've decided to add all the names of the people that support me to the ending title of every video. These people have contributed more than they can imagine. I'm super grateful for their support, and this is just another way of showing that gratitude. So if you're interested in supporting this project financially, you can do so via Patreon or becoming a YouTube member. All the links are in the description below and on the screen as well. I want to thank everyone for supporting this project in the way that they do, be it physically by coming here and helping out, or digitally by watching the videos, or financially by supporting me on one of those platforms. Whatever it is, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having fun. I know I am. And I will see you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.